As I look back on 2022, I was deciding what games were the best on Steam, but not only what games that were free to play, games that you could download and not have to spend $1 to play or to download. Now, some of the games on today's list are new and others have been around for a while, but are continuing to be some of the best, most fun, and most popular games on the platform. So let's dive into the 10 best free-to-play games on Steam for 2022. To start off today's list, we are going with Lost Ark. This action RPG hit the world like a rock in the face, and everyone really did enjoy the game. It had some issues along the way, but then it did really start to thrive and be one of the most popular, most fun. Now remember, on today's list, I'm not just going with Steam's recommended best games. I'm looking at games that are actually enjoyable, that I personally feel were some of the best of this past year. Lost Ark is one of those. If you're into action RPG style games, this is a game that you have probably already tried, and if you have not, it's one that I would highly recommend that you do. One of the best MMOs that you could play right now, and it's one that is just free. You don't have to pay anything to get yourself involved. Of course, with any of these titles on today's list, you can pay some money over time if you choose to, but it's nice that you can get into the game, test it out, see if you like it, and then make that decision. Lost Ark is a great way to start out today's list. Next up is Halo Infinite. Now, of course, the multiplayer is the part of the game right here that you're getting for free, but for the most part, we all play our shooters for the multiplayer experience. Now, we do love the campaign as well, which is not part of this free-to-play experience, but you can get in with Master Chief and get your snipe on inside of Halo Infinite. If you're a Halo fan from back in the day, Halo 2, Halo 3, this is a game that is essentially a must-try. I love it because it is free-to-play. You don't have to spend $65 for the game, and you can get into those open, fight-it-out, map-style, Halo-loving experiences that we all know and love, with the weapons that we all know and love inside of these Halo titles. This is a must play if you're into shooters, or if you're someone that was just a Halo person from back in the day. You gotta try this one out, and it's free. Makes it nice and easy. Now, Warframe is next, and it's definitely not a new title. This one has been out for quite a while, but it is one of the best games overall on Steam, in my opinion. This game is incredibly fun, shooter slash melee style PvE experience with some of the most amazing graphics that you're going to be able to find on Steam. The thing that I really love about this game is just how fun it is and how rewarding it is to progress as you push through the game. You have the ability to progress and upgrade and basically build out your character for the battle style that you want to play, whether that be melee or shoot 'em up style. You can build your character the way that you like. It's also an extremely fast moving game, which is a lot of fun and gives you a lot of satisfaction, even if you're someone that is not the best player inside of the game. You could play this one and have a really good feel for how the game is and look really good while you're playing it. Apex Legends is the next one on today's list. This is our battle royale style game that so many people have already adopted and absolutely love. Apex Legends is great because it's a class-based system. You can choose different types of classes that you could play as, all with different jobs inside of the game. Whether you're this class or that class, your role is going to play a different importance in the team gameplay that you're going to experience. Very objective based here and extremely fun and fast along the way. This one's going to take a little bit of a learning curve if you're new to shooters or the battle royale style of shooters at that, but it is very enjoyable, a great game to play with friends, and again, a free to play game that you really can spend a ton of time in without spending any money whatsoever. It's definitely one of the best battle royale style shooters that I've seen all year. Guys, if you like knowing about free-to-play games on Steam or mobile games, you're going to want to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on my next video. Albion Online. This is an MMORPG that gives you the ability to use your creativity. Another one here that's been around for a long time. It actually has a mobile client as well that you can use both on mobile and PC along the same account. Here, you're going to be working with your teammates, building up your civilization and protecting it from anyone that tries to intrude. If you're looking to basically build your own world, play with a bunch of friends, that it's really important that you all play together, protecting, defending, even being part of the events that happen on a regular basis inside of the game. Albion Online is one that, like I said, has been around for a while, but it's one that can't be forgotten. It is still amazingly fun. I mean, look at how big these battles can become. Tons of people engaging in battles together for the same cause, the same purpose. It's very rewarding of a game if you're into the MMO RPG style game that takes a lot of your time. You're essentially making a new world online, and I think you're going to enjoy it. Destiny 2. Like Warframe, this is another game that really does well with the PvE element of the game. If you liked Halo, you probably like Destiny because it's made from the same creators, at least who used to make Halo back in the day. Destiny 2 is a really fun game. When it first launched, it was not free to play. You had to pay for the game, but since then, years later, it has gone free to play and is an incredible experience with some amazing graphics. You're looking at a AAA title right here that you can get into absolutely for free. Now, of course, it does have a PvP element to the game as well, and of course, you can spend money inside of the game if you choose to, but like all the games on today's list, that is not a requirement for you to play and enjoy the game. War Thunder is up next, and this is an MMO style game that uses military equipment. Look at the graphics of this game, a really nice looking one. And if you're looking for an MMO but you don't want to play as a dude or a female just running themselves around on the map, you could check out this one where you could play as multiple different military weapons, ground or air. War Thunder has a massive following. This game is incredibly fun if you are into this style game. Me personally, I don't love this style, but I couldn't ignore the popularity and the positive feedback from the community regarding this game. It is 100% deserving to be on today's list, and if this is the type of game that you're into, War Thunder is one that is definitely a must try. Not only is it one of my recommendations, but Steam itself says this is one of the most popular free-to-play games on their platform. RuneScape is up next, and another one that I'm not actually a player of RuneScape. I've played a little bit in the past, but the game has been around forever, and it still has a massive following of people that would call this their favorite game that they are continuing to play even today. With such a dedicated fan base for such a long time, this is a game that really deserves to be on the list. The gaming experience gets better and better over time and is really enjoyable for all players, new and old. RuneScape is a MMO. It's a massively multiplayer online game where you can create your whole civilization, your whole friend group, similar to some other games that we know from the past, such as World of Warcraft, or as I mentioned earlier, even an Albion Online. As you can see, the graphics are from days of old, but it still is a really nice, clean looking game that gives you the ability to customize and really play it the way that you like. RuneScape could be one of the top games on today's list here today if you were to ask the community that has been really supporting this game for years and years, and I would assume many years to come. Path of Exile is up next, and no, this is not a new game. It's been around for nearly 10 years at this point in time, but it is continuously being updated. The graphics do not show any sign of age, and this is a pretty completely free-to-play game. You may have to pay for some skins along the way if you choose to, but you can play this game 100% without using any money whatsoever and enjoy your gaming experience. Now, this is a very Diablo-like game, but the skill trees and how all of that works is a lot more in-depth, a lot more confusing, which for some people is a really positive thing. A lot more to learn inside of the game, a bigger learning curve. But if you like action RPGs and you're looking for one that's completely for free and you're not really looking forward to Diablo 4, which is coming out in just about 6 months, then this is one that you should really consider because it's really good. Now, it wouldn't be a list without a MOBA, and of course, Dota 2 is gonna take that slot, being the most popular and one of the best MOBAs of all time, not only on the Steam platform. Dota 2 is a game that is also free to play and an experience that has been around for a long time, forever getting better and better with updates over time. This one's made by Valve, which is essentially part of Steam, and is just a beautiful game that you should get into. Now, if MOBAs aren't your thing, you have the rest of this list to check out to see if there's anything else you may like. But if you do like MOBAs, this is the one that you're going to want to consider. This is the one that you're going to want to play. The Sims 4. Yeah, you knew there had to be a casual game on today's list. Well, The Sims 4 is that game. You know, sometimes you just want to move into a neighborhood, build a house, get a job, take care of your house, and just enjoy a very casual style game experience where you could see some progression that's a lot of fun, where you could need to take care of your world that you are creating of your own. This is a lot of fun. I played The Sims a lot back in the day when I was just more of a casual gamer. These days it's not for me, but I know there's a lot of you watching this video that don't want something that's all action-packed and would prefer something that's a lot more casual with the same elements as some of those more action-packed games. The Sims 4 is one that you will probably enjoy and also is free. Now, Marvel Snap is up next on today's list, and this one is actually a mobile game that has been ported over to Steam as well. And I have to say, this has earned its spot because of how good Marvel Snap actually is, and I anticipate this is going to be one of the best and most popular games, not only on mobile but also on Steam in the coming year, 2023. This game just came out just about 2 months ago and has been really well adopted by the community. So yes, this one is a little bit of an outlier on the list today, but it's one that I really do believe deserves to be here, so I put it at the end and I thought that you guys may enjoy it. If there are any games that I missed that you love playing on Steam that are free to play, let me know in the comments below.